bella stanza, guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me. Saprà, no, no, sulla gravata lo dirà quando la luce splenderà. This one's for you guys. And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? And did the countenance divine shine forth upon our clouded hills? And was Jerusalem builded here among those dark satanic myths? Bring me my bow of burning gold. Bring me my arrows of desire. Bring me my spear
ladies and gentlemen, Alexander
Well, that was
Wall.
very, very impressive. But earlier today, we were able to catch up with England's Nick Matthew, the fantastic setting of the lake here at St George's Hill.
Nick Matthew, England #1, 9-time national champion, 3-time British Open champion, former world #1, 3-time world champion, triple Commonwealth gold medalist and OBE. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that resume?
Former roommate of Joe Barrington on the World Tour. Putting up with you in those hotel rooms, I think that's my biggest achievement of my career so far, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think you've done very well with that. But you know, what a resume kind of coming into tonight's match at a fantastic venue here at St George's Hill Club. Now, this venue for the Test match, it's the only fixed glass court in the south of England, and what a facility.
Oh, it's an amazing part of the world. You know, you get a great feeling for the sort of the leafy suburbs of the south of England coming down here in Surrey, and you know, St George's Hill's got a great history of squash.
It is a tough lineup, and the preparations for the England team. I mean, has there been any kind of little tweaks to your prep for the Test match tonight?
Well, it's a great Test match. It's perfect timing. We start on Monday defending our title in the World Teams in Marseille, and normally the team is sort of quite spread. There's a bit of a north-south divide really, and we tend to sort of, everyone on the north flies from up there, everyone from the south flies from Heathrow, and we meet wherever it is that we're going to meet. And this is a great opportunity to get the team together a couple of days in advance. We're all going to stay over tonight and fly out to Marseille together tomorrow. It's a great chance. Adding Laura into that men's team as well, obviously, look, it's just the men's World Championship next week, but it's great to get the full team together and coaching staff, etc., and really then we can hit the ground running in France.
And with the scoring system for this evening's match, it's a unique scoring system. Have you guys talked about your strategy going into it?
Well, I think, you know, at the end of the day, you can get foxed and get, you know, outthink by doing that. By thinking too much about it. You know, you really just have to concentrate on getting more points than your opponent. You know, you certainly, one thing, you won't be throwing a game if you get 10-1 down, because every point does count. It's not something I make a habit of doing so anyway, but I'll certainly know the state of the affairs by the time I'm last match on. So by the time I go on, I'll certainly know the state of affairs in the match. That might add a little bit of extra spice to it.
Well, you're used to being the last match on with the PSL system in England, but the matchups tonight, though, England v the rest of the world, I mean, there's some real contrasts in styles of play and personalities. What are we looking forward to tonight? What stands out for you?
Well, I think it's a showcase of the World Tour really, and the sort of depth and the variety of countries out there, especially things like Commonwealth Games coming up. You know, we've got Canadian female player Paul Cole from New Zealand, Cameron Pilley from Australia, as well as the big gun, the form player in the world, Mohamed El Shabaghi, you know, and it'll be a great opportunity for myself. I missed Hong Kong the last tournament. I tactically chose to sit that one out and, you know, watched from home Mohamed winning yet another title. So it'd be great to see where I am ahead of the World Teams and also the World Championships in Manchester, see where my form's at. And knowing that it's 3 games, it's not going to go to 5. You can just throw it all out there and have a really good blast and a really good workout and hopefully bring it home for the team.
Looking ahead to next year, your Commonwealth Games goal, it's going to be on the Gold Coast in Australia. Fantastic setting for the pinnacle of squash, really. Will the Wolf be hunting for more gold?
Absolutely. I mean, gold medal is what I'm going for. You know, it'd be an amazing way to sort of finish my career. Of course, my last season, I think anyone who knew anything about squash knew that this was something I've been aiming for since the last Commonwealth, really. Many times where I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to make it because of injuries, etc. So to be in a position where you're now in the home straight is sort of really exciting. There's 1 or 2 things to look at before that too. You can't put all your eggs in that one basket, but it's something, as it gets closer, the excitement will grow. And you know, I just love that environment of the multi-sport games. You know, you feel like you're out of that bubble and from just a normal squash tournament. It feels special, and the Gold Coast is an amazing part of the world to go and see that, and hopefully be a great sort of finale and pinnacle of my career. And I'll be doing everything to top that podium here in Jerusalem once more.
Nick, we're all looking forward to this evening, and we wish you the best of luck in the matchup, and also for your last season on the PSA World Tour.
Thanks, mate. Go warm up.
Cameron Pilley, you're former world number 19. You've won 13 PSA World Tour titles, twice world doubles champion. You have the record for the hardest hit on a squash court, 177 miles per hour. And you're also double Commonwealth Games gold medalist. Now you're into the twilight of your career, but certainly looking to get a few more achievements in the squash world.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that, Joey. Yeah, in the twilight of my career, 35 now, so coming towards the back end of my squash career. And like you said, I've had a lot of achievements, you know, over the last 16 years, 17 years on tour. But still, I'm taking it season by season, but there's a lot of things I still want to do. And you just touched on the Commonwealth Games, and that's one thing for myself. It's a big one next year on the Gold Coast in Australia, and that's probably a big one for me. But yeah, there's a few things that I'd like to sort of tick off again. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're here at St George's Hill for the Test match, England v the rest of the world. A fantastic venue. You've played here before, Cameron, but to have a fixed glass court permanently at a club, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's something special. There's not too many clubs that have this kind of setup, and you can do so much with it. We've seen the team has leagues, tournaments, and tonight's rest of the world versus England, which I don't think has been done before. And if it has, I think there was something 30 years ago. So, you know, not in my lifetime, but it's something special. And the setting here tonight should be really good.
Well, you're captaining the rest of the world team, and the format for the scoring is different. Have you had a good think over that? Are you going to approach it in a different way? Have you talked with your teammates about it?
I'm yet to speak to my teammates, but I'll be holding a team meeting later on, just to get everyone's thoughts. It's going to be pretty exciting, and especially with the atmosphere in there, the 3-game format. It's similar to the World Series finals, which I competed in only once and did well. So my approach will be similar to that.
I mean, obviously for your match, but outside of that, what would be your pick out of the other 3 matches?
Gee, that's a tough one. I mean, the number 1 string, Nick Matthew against Mohamed El Shabagi, that's a bit of a blockbuster. There's history there. They've had some great battles over the years. I'm also interested in the Willstrop, James Willstrop, Paul Cole. I played Paul in a league match a couple of nights ago, and we had a battle.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't take too much out of him. But that's also a huge contrast in styles as well. And the women's match as well. I mean, geez, if I had to pick one apart from my own match, I'd probably go with the number 1 string.
Now, looking ahead to the Commonwealth Games, you're twice gold medalist, and now you've got it in your own backyard on the Gold Coast, which is a fantastic setting for the Games. And I mean, would you look at that as really the pinnacle of your career, to get another gold medal there and also playing in your own backyard? I mean, does that add pressure? Does that add a motivation?
Yeah, all of the above. Yeah, competing in my 3rd Commonwealth Games, most likely my last. Who knows? It's going to be something special, and like you said, you know, on the Gold Coast, we don't get to compete in Australia too often. I can't remember the last time we had such a major event, you know, so close to my home as well. I'm 2 hours from the Gold Coast. So it's, you know, the setup's going to be amazing. And, you know, just getting together with the Australian teammates and the other Australian athletes from different sports as well, it just adds a whole different thing about the Commonwealth Games. There's nothing like it, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, Cameron, we wish you the best of luck in a monumental match tonight, and also for the rest of your time on the PSA World Tour.
Thanks very much, Joey. I appreciate it.